how to influence someone without manipulating them. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is when you come across negative people who are always just got negative vibrations, they're always complaining, they're always saying bad things about their job, their workplace, the people that they're around, bad things about their family or whatever, or bad things that are happening in their life. They're always just talking about negative vibrational things. When I'm at work, sometimes I hear people complaining about the job, and I know that for me, I'm really grateful for the job. I'm really grateful for being able to work at a place that is so chill, so relaxed, and I get paid really well for my job too, so I'm really grateful for it. And when I hear a lot of people that have been there for 10 plus years or whatever, which is bound to happen sometimes, you come across older people that will complain about the fact that this problem with the job or that problem with the job or whatever, and you kind of just get annoyed, It's like, come on, this is a great job, that's a good opportunity, and I know myself that I'm very happy about it. So, when that happens though, when you've come across people that are negative and they complain a lot or they criticize other people a lot or whatever, it starts to rub off on you, and then you start feeling a little bit more down and negative and whatever, and then your vibrations go a little bit lower too. So whatever the vibrations are, you start to match that as well. So if someone is more positive, more high vibrations or whatever, then you start to match that. If you understand the effect a compliment has on somebody. So if you were trying to influence someone in a positive way, if you give someone a sincere compliment, something that you truly appreciate from someone, then you're more likely to get a good reaction. If you get a good reaction, that kind of helps you to, it's like a positive reciprocation, then you feel good, you feel confident, and then they feel good, they feel comfortable around you, and then all around, whatever you are trying to influence or trying to make a positive impact on is determined on how good they feel, how comfortable they feel. If they feel positive, you both feel positive, then all around the reaction that you want is going to be more likely to happen. You know what I mean? When I'm at work or whatever, and if I smile at somebody and they smile back or whatever, you can see that they were having a normal day, just a normal day in their life. They go to work, they go study, they go do this or whatever, and then they see someone and then that person smiles at them. Instinctually, they smile back majority of the time, unless they just feel a little bit awkward or they're not that confident or whatever the case may be. Sometimes people don't smile back, and that's not personal. But if you put out your smile, if you put out your good energy, you're confident with your smile, and you smile with your teeth, whatever, and you show your teeth, have a confident smile, then that can help you get a positive reciprocation with your conversation, and will then help that conversation as well, because you've come in there with confidence and positive energy, and that's always good with people. Positive energy, you can never go wrong with. Being confident and smiling with your teeth, you can never go wrong with. And you've also got to remember as well that humans, people, anybody, one of the most important things that people love to feel is to feel appreciated in some way or some form. People love to feel appreciated, feel acknowledged in some way, feel important in some way, just even if it's a little bit. So that comes with the power of being positive and smiling with your teeth, being confident with that smile. Another thing of giving sincere appreciation. When you go up to them and say, hey, I really like that arm tattoo. It really that tribal tattoo really, I feel like it suits you. You know what I mean? Where did that tribal tattoo come from? Where from your background did it come from? Have genuine interest in the person, have genuine appreciation for that person, because they probably have never actually gotten a proper sincere compliment about that tattoo before. You've already gone on the right foot with that kind of approach. When you go on, you're conversating about that tattoo, and you're moving on to different questions, different topics, different areas of the conversation. When you go on to the next part of trying to influence a different decision or whatever. So let's say, aside from that example, I'm going to make another example. Let's say you have a friend that is doing a bad habit that you think they shouldn't be doing, right? And this is something that I've learned in the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And in the book, one of the chapters, it's talking about trying to influence people, right? And some people get confused. Some people think that to be able to influence that person, you get caught up in what you want. I want you to stop smoking. And the reason why I want you to stop smoking is because I feel like it's bad for you. You know what I mean? And that's just talking about what you want the whole time. But if you come across in a way or you explain from an area or point of view where it's what they want, then they're going to be more successful. So if I was to go up to someone and ask them, I think you should stop smoking or something, I wouldn't even start off with that. First off, I'd ask them, for example, if I knew they had an athletic background or they had a sport that they used to pursue it or whatever, I'd be like, do you remember how it felt when you were fitter and you had more fitness and it was easier for you to kind of like walk up the stairs and shit like that. You remember when it was easier to do that stuff? Do you remember the kind of lifestyle that you had to do to be able to get that kind of outcome and everything? And I would kind of, that might not work right, but you know what I mean with, you talk about what they want. In a deep desire, they might want to have that athletic background back. They might want to have that kind of cardio back again. You might genuinely know the deep dark, no, not the deep dark, the deep desire for them to want that physique or that athleticism again or that cardio again or whatever. You might actually know or might be pretty confident in the fact that they want that again. So what you do is you bring that up. Hey, I know you really want to bring that cardio back and have that fitness again and be able to do certain things in your life that you used to be able to do easily and now it's a little bit more challenging. Right now, the addiction of cigarettes might be a little bit difficult to break, but I know that if you were to stop that, you would be able to get that lifestyle back again. And you start trying to bring the attention to the positive kind of outcome that they'll get if they stop doing this thing. And that will have a better, it doesn't mean that it's going to work 100% of the time. It doesn't mean that they're going to stop doing that habit right then and there, but it's going to give them more of a positive motivational vision than if you just talk about what you want. No one gives a fuck what you want, all right? No one cares what you want. You gotta talk about what that person wants. And a lot of salespeople, salespeople out on the streets and stuff, this is what they normally do. They've learned from the same books that I read and whatever. It's talking about what the other person wants. They go to a person, they have something they want to sell, right? But you talk about what this person, individual wants in their life. You're trying to sell towards what you believe they want and truly deeply desire, whether it's to feel important or whatever. You might go up to someone and make them feel confident about themselves. Hey, you look like someone that would suit some cool sunglasses right now. Like, I feel like if you wore these certain type of colored tinted sunglasses, that would really kind of skyrocket your kind of looks and your aura in a way. And the guy might feel more confident now and he'd be like, oh, really? You think so? And some people actually genuinely just want that. You know what I mean? Like, you really think so? Like, if I wore some sort, yeah, man, I got these glasses right here that'll suit you way better. And you give them these type of glasses or whatever that you're trying to sell them. But that individual there just wanted to feel appreciated and feel confident, which they normally don't. And so you giving that appreciation and you giving them that confidence booster might have just sold them the pair of sunglasses that you're trying to sell, whatever the case may be. So an accumulation of how to influence people without manipulating them is basically just being positive, being a positive person. Don't be the fucking Grinch. I know it's Christmas, or it would be Christmas in the past because this is going to be an older video, but don't be a Grinch. Be positive, smile with your teeth, be confident with it, right? Don't be a negative person. Go up to them and give a sincere compliment. Go up to anybody and give them a sincere compliment. I hope this helps in any way possible. Thank you. I appreciate you. See ya.